Coming up next, though, Boomie and Sandstorm versus Cosolix and Doppey. This is a match that I wouldn't have predicted coming into today, and I would not wouldn't have predicted it in the lower side of top 8.
And he is going back to the Azoth pick, the classic Doppey pick, and Cosolix is going back to the Scarlet pick as well, the more classic Cosolix pick. He may switch to the Roland like we've seen, but he is at least starting with this Scarlet pick. And of course, Boomie and Sandstorm, same characters they were playing earlier, Hattori and Mordex.
Yeah, not overly surprising to see them stick with this. There's the finite potential that Boomie might switch back to the Mirage, but for the most part, I expect him to be sticking with this Hattori for this tournament. Right, lots of damage being put out, but the blue team getting the better of it just barely over the red team. Doppey with his axe swing, but he gets caught by both of the red team members. The double Neutralite, quick burst of damage on top of him.
Neutralite coming out from Cosolix. Oh, the side stick interrupting Boomie, and actually, because it's a grab and I guess only hits one person, it ended up hitting Boomie of all people. I thought it was prioritized to not
It does, but that has to requires hitting both of them at the same time.
Oh, okay, so it hit Boomie first.
Yeah. Doppey on the right side, but the interrupt from Boomie. Cosolix gets the knockout recovery, and Sandstorm gets back up, hiding all of his utility. Cosolix thought he was done for.
Yeah, he actually had a lot of movement. He had basically everything still on that stock. You didn't see his character grayed out or anything like that, indicating all of his jumps were gone. And we have a dead even game, which for Doppey and Cosolix, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Very untested team, very new team. Sandstorm, top of the map, goes for the gravity cancel down signature. Great option. That one lets you active input for the up throw. With that high, would have been a kill.
Cosolix retreating back to center stage, wants to just hold that stage control as best that he can. But he's not going to leave Doppey all by himself either. You see him moving towards Doppey as well, but of course then Doppey comes back to the middle of the stage, so they're both there.
Cosolix off stage, Sandstorm, yep, he's going to get the punish, the ground pound on top of that recovery, and then immediately rotates over for the off stage onto Doppey.
Oh, Doppey burning a lot before he touched that wall, and he's still able to get back up.
He's dipping real low, putting a lot of respect out, puts the side sig out onto Boomie. Stock count is even. Sandstorm with the side air.
I'm willing to bet that if Cosolix wouldn't have been there, Sandstorm would have gotten that kill, and Boomie actually almost might get the kill, and he turns it around. Continuing the work that Boomie started, gets the kill.
That was a fresh stock on Cosolix.
And he's out.
He's done for. It's all left to Doppey in the 1v2. 3 stocks left on the red team, and the most damaged one still has another stock behind it.
Again, Doppey forced into the 1v2 situation, possibly giving him like flashbacks to 2016 and 2017.
This is a position that he's been in quite a few times, though. He's very comfortable in this position, and he's done well in it before.
As comfortable as one could be, because he truly was like one of the best 1v2 players, but that was back a long time ago before Scythe existed, maybe even before Gauntlets existed at the point, and might have been when Black Holes stopped and people weren't quite doing 2v2 team combos yet. So
very
still
damaged. He could get the stock off of Boomie, but Sandstorm, fresh as a daisy, perfectly fine.
Boomie's so close to him.
That pogo. Oh,
the weapon toss.
And the pickup, Sandstorm's going to knock that one out. And that is going to be game 1 going the way of Boomie and Sandstorm.
The story has just been Cosolix he's just been bullied.
Yeah.
He's been forced onto very little damage, very little kills. The first one to fall every time.
I mean, it's similar rules to when Dobrin was playing in EU, right? Because he had that high strength character with the Zol, if you give him momentum, he's going to put out a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Cosolix playing a high strength character, Scarlet, she's got one less than Zol as far as base strength goes. So she has that potential to put out a whole lot of hurt. So don't let him have that opportunity. Just deny him any of that. Put him off stage and then get those quick gimps.
At least for Cosolix's sake, he did more than 81 damage.
True.
Sorry, Dobrain.
All right, Cosolix gonna get that spawn weapon, picks up the hammer, but a lot of respect given to Boomie. Dips underneath that center soft platform.
Cosolix trying to fight Sandstorm just like by themselves, and then Sandstorm immediately goes and rotates over, even though it didn't seem like one player was getting the better of the other. So it's an interesting choice from Sandstorm, the playstyle choice, to stay near Boomie.
I mean, by being near Boomie, he has the opportunity to set up for those quick 2v1 team combos that they've been so effective with. Underneath the map, Sandstorm still plenty of movement to get back to those walls. It's one of the big things about Thunderguard Stadium is there's 4 different walls that you can rotate to extend your stocks.
Blue team with a little bit of a lead right now. That down sig barely missing Sandstorm. The Nair sending Doppey down below. Almost got that, but Doppey finds the axe recovery, hitting the bottom side, the exact perfect side that he would have wanted to hit there, and sending Sandstorm down, giving a decent lead right now. And Cosolix, the one who was dying before, is the most surviving player at this point.
He is really extending this stock. It is really working out for him because he's able to put out a whole lot more damage, help out Doppey, hits him with the side air, but Doppey's still got plenty of stock left, able to make it back to the wall. The Pogo will finish him off. Good 2v1 opportunity for the red team on the Cosolix.
The Nair doesn't lead to any big follow-up just yet. The sidelight side air coming out from Cosolix. He's not done yet, gets the recovery, putting out very good damage onto Boomie. Slide charging, but he's going to end up being stacked, and Boomie had a free punish right there.
Yeah, that down signature, Cosolix likes to use it for the edge guard, but it does not hit stacked. Boomie very aware of it.
Oh,
it's right on top. Going for it again. Boomie hits him with a dare. He has to go low. Yes, has to recovery underneath him to save him.
That campaign onto Doppey was fantastic, though. They had like 3 or 4 hits on stage, ending in a signature for some big damage, but also sending Doppey into the edge guard situation and just 100% focusing him and just destroying Doppey.
They just taking him out of the game onto his final stock, and the red team still just right next to him, keeping that pressure going. You see Sandstorm charging forward, and Boomie's just trying to keep Cosolix away.
Boomie, that focus onto Doppey was Boomie and Sandstorm saying, "You should have stayed retired, old man."
How many times do we have to teach this lesson?
D-light side air from Boomie on the edge. Cosolix able to get back, recovering. Down air from Boomie, the Pogo. Doppey takes out Sandstorm in the meantime.
Nice down air from Doppey, getting extra damage on top of Boomie. Boomie with the disengage over to the right side. Oh, that recovery sends Cosolix flying and disarms him. Recovery connects onto Cosolix. Doppey, yep, he's going to be over on this left side, trying to extend his time while Cosolix respawns.
I was waiting for the dash jump ground pound. You knew that was coming. D-light recovery from Boomie, trying to chase into the air. The Nair missing. Doppey landing back on the platform, almost getting that ground pound. Boomie's actually
are unarmed.
Boomie's pretty heavily damaged right now. Definitely for a low defense character, getting close to kill percent.
Oh, the recovery. That's going to do it. It's all left to Cosolix in the 1v1, or the 1v2. So much damage being put out onto Cosolix. Sandstorm unarmed means he won't be able to get those big 2v1 combos, those team combos that the red team likes to do.
Boomie just staying in the shenanigans zone.
Oh, the clash out. Ground pound connects. Cosolix, he's going in with the unarmed.
Big down air, leading to a possible huge edge guard situation, but Boomie is just backing off, respecting the damage that he has, the caliber of player that Cosolix has, his turnaround ability, just massive respect coming out. And that was a much closer game. Now that Cosolix was able to survive as long as he did, 541 damage. Even Doppey, even though he was the first one to fall, even though he got hard focused, hard bullied at one point, 461.